Well, welcome back to day 8 of the RPG Brigade's RPG in a Day challenge for August 2017. You know, if you've seen the last couple of vids, I'm basically sitting down and hammering a number of these out in a row because, and I could be the dramatic kind of guy and get up and switch my shirt between, but I'm not doing that. You know, it's a time thing, and I'll bet you a lot of you are doing the same thing, and maybe you're not. I don't know. I don't know if you pay attention to those details. Some people do. I sometimes do. Sometimes I just have an epiphany and say, "Hey." Anyway, question number 8: what is a good RPG to play for sessions of 2 hours or less? You know, some of these questions they they beg for a specific. Well, let's play this one, right? And now, or this one set up the run and micro blah blah blah. No, I'm gonna have to say any RPG can be done in 2 hours a day. Any RPG. If the GM sets up it in that method that we're going to go in spurts, we're going to do a scene or two. And we're going to focus on a scene each day, and hopefully spend 2 hours on it. So we have an episode or an encounter a day, right? It's doable. You really can do that with just I don't know of too many RPGs that you can't do that with. Tabletop war games is something else. Now the reason I say that is unless you've got a lot of space. If you've got a big basement, for example, or spare bedroom that somebody's not using, and you could set up a battle map and a battlefield, and leave your stuff out, and come back to it like playing a long-term game of chess, then that's doable. But if you got to set up and tear down every day, not going to happen. Got to set up and tear down a role-playing game. Hey, pull out the folder, boys. Grab a chair, grab a corner, grab a stump, right? Get in the back seat of the bus. We can play a game over the seat of the bus. When I was in high school, me and a couple or middle school, friends did that. We'd sat in the back of the bus. We had a 30-minute drive to school every day and a 30-minute drive home. We brought our books. We bought our notepads and banged it out much to the chagrin or annoyance of some of our fellow classmates and the would-be jocks and cheerleader types who thought we were uber nerds and geeks. Although I will have to acknowledge that nobody got picked on in my group. Mm-mm. I'm a big old farm boy friend, and you know, I didn't go into sports because I detest sports. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. But I tell you what, I was as big as anybody else on the football team, and a few of them idiots found that out the hard way. And my scrawny little friend Gilson, he was insane. I watched him try to stuff a kid out a window of a bus. He was a kid. The kid knocked his glasses off, and Richie's blind without his glasses. And next thing I know, I'm having to pull Richie off of this kid because he has literally had this guy halfway out the window. And we're driving down the road, and the bus driver's flipping out. So we didn't have to have that kind of stuff. But number 8, what was a good RPG to play for sessions of 2 hours or less? Well, like I said, I can say Dungeons and Dragons. I suppose your Pathfinders, your swords and sorcery, all of them work in that category because they're the same type of stuff. Twilight 2000 maybe needs a little bit more tabletop stuff, but it's doable. Shadowrun, we're back to that, any RPG. I just can't pick a specific. And you know, mostly, I think if you are picking a specific game system, it's because it's one of your favorite game systems, and it's not because you can't step up to the challenge as a GM or as a player and run something in less than 2 hours. And there is the rub, right? Players have nothing to do with this. Think about it. The players can play for a half an hour or 5 days. They're not doing the homework. They're not doing the groundwork. They're not doing the planting and planning and the convoluting, and they're not the ones that need the additional support books and so on and so forth and time to do research. So, not really. They don't. It's the game master. The question probably should be, as a GM, can you run a game in 2 hours or less every day? Can you? Truth is, I think you can. I think you got it in you, and give it a shot. There you go. That's what I say. Give it a try because, hey, You won't know until you do it. And you know what? It kind of could work in with that other one if you could game every day for a week. Well, if I could do a 2 hour session every day for 7 days, that's a oh geez, that's a no brainer. I can do that from the toilet in the bathroom.